Hello, welcome to ESL Class. My name is Kimberly, and let's get started right away. Today's topic is a or an. So when should we use a and when should we use an? A is used when the word right after it begins with a consonant. In this example, we see right over here, it says, I would like a bag of chips. The first thing you should do is to look at the word right after the blank, which is the word bag. And the word bag begins with the letter B, which is a consonant. So this is why we use A, because A is used when the word right after it begins with a consonant. So I would like a bag of chips. On the other hand, an is used before a vowel. A quick reminder is that vowels are the letters A, E, I, O, and U. In this example right here, it says, I want to eat an apple. First thing we do is to look at the word right after, which is the word apple. And apple begins with the letter A, which is a vowel. So this is why we would use the word an. So I want to eat an apple. Let's move on to the first problem. Tomorrow will be blank good day. Tomorrow will be blank good day. Okay, now I will give you 5 seconds to figure out the answer. Okay, coming back. It says tomorrow will be blank good day. The answer is A. Tomorrow will be a good day. First thing we do is to look at the word right after the underlined portion, which is the word good. And good begins with the letter G, which is a consonant. So this is why we would use A. So it says tomorrow will be a good day. Let's move on to the second problem. That was blank interesting game. That was blank interesting game. Okay, now I will give you 5 seconds to figure out the answer to this problem. Coming back, it says that was blank interesting game. The answer is an. That was an interesting game. We use an in this case because the word right after it is interesting, which begins with the letter I, and the letter I is a vowel. And remember, we use the word an when the word right after it begins with a vowel. So this is why we would use an in this case as well. So it would be, that was an interesting game. Let's move on to the third problem now. I am going to blank concert tomorrow night. I am going to blank concert tomorrow night. Okay, now I will give you 5 seconds to figure out the answer. Okay, I am going to blank concert tomorrow night. Answer is A. I am going to a concert tomorrow night. In this case, we would use the word A because the word right after it, concert, begins with the letter C. Remember, we use A when the word right after it begins with a consonant. So this is why we use A in this case as well. So it says, I am going to a concert tomorrow night. Let's move on to the fourth problem. You did blank really good job today. You did blank really good job today. Okay, now I will give you 5 seconds to figure out the answer. Okay, you did blank really good job today. Answer is A. So you did a really good job today. When we look at the word right after, which is the word really, it begins with the letter R, which is a consonant. This is why we would use A, so it would make it, you did a really good job today. Let's move on to the fifth problem now. My boyfriend is blank actor. My boyfriend is blank actor. Okay, now I will give you 5 seconds to figure out the answer to this problem. Okay, so it says, my boyfriend is blank actor. The answer to this problem is an. So my boyfriend is an actor. In this case, we would use the word an because the word right after it, actor, begins with the letter A. And remember, we use an when the words after it begin in a vowel, which is true for this case. So this is why it would be, my boyfriend is an actor. Let's move on to the 6th problem now. Yesterday, I had blank stomach ache. Yesterday, I had blank stomach ache. Okay, now I will give you 5 seconds to figure out the answer to this problem. Okay, so yesterday I had blank stomach ache. The answer to this problem is A. So yesterday I had a stomach ache. Let's first look at the word right after it, which is the word stomach ache. And we see that it begins with the letter S, which is a consonant. So this is why we would use A. So yesterday I had a stomach ache. Let's move on to the 7th problem now. Bring blank umbrella. It is going to rain. Bring blank umbrella. It is going to rain. Okay, now I will give you 5 seconds to figure out the answer. Okay. Bring blank umbrella. It is going to rain. The answer to this problem is an. So bring an umbrella. It is going to rain. In this case, we use the word an because the word right after it is the word umbrella, and the word umbrella begins with the letter U, which is a vowel. So this is why we would use an. So it makes it, bring an umbrella. It is going to rain. Let's move on to the 8th problem now. He is blank very smart person. He is blank very smart person. Okay, now I will give you 5 seconds to figure out the answer to this problem. Okay, so he is blank very smart person. The answer to this problem is A. So he is a very smart person. We use A in this case because the word right after it is very, and very begins with the letter V. Remember, we use A when the words right after it begin in a consonant, which is true for this case. So this is why it would be, he is a very smart person. Let's move on to the 9th problem now. That's blank funny joke. That's blank funny joke. Okay, now I will give you 5 seconds to figure out the answer to this problem. So that's blank funny joke. The answer is A. That's a funny joke. We use A in this case because the word right after it, funny, begins with the letter F, and the letter F is a consonant. So we use A for consonants, so that's why it would be, that's a funny joke. Let's move on to the 10th problem now. We have blank exam tomorrow. We have blank exam tomorrow. Okay, now I will give you 5 seconds to figure out the answer to this problem. Okay, we have blank exam tomorrow? The answer is an. We have an exam tomorrow. We use an in this case because when we look at the word right after it, which is the word exam, we see that it begins with the letter E. And the letter E is a vowel. So we use an for vowels. So this is why it would be, we have an exam tomorrow. Let's move on to the next problem. She wants blank puppy for her birthday. She wants blank puppy for her birthday. Okay, now I will give you 5 seconds to figure out the answer to this problem. Okay, she wants blank puppy for her birthday. The answer is A. She wants a puppy for her birthday. So when we look at the word right after it, which is the word puppy, we see that it begins with the letter P. So this is why we would use A in this case, because we use A when the word right after it begins in a consonant. So it would be, she wants a puppy for her birthday. Moving on to the last problem, she is blank honest person. She is blank honest person. Okay, now I will give you 5 seconds to figure out the answer. So it says, she is blank honest person. The answer for this one is an. So it would be, she is an honest person. This one was a really tricky problem because when you look at it, you see, oh, the word right after it is the word honest, and honest begins with the letter H. So it must be A because H is a consonant. But for this case, it's actually an because the word honest, which is the word right after the underlined part, the H is silent for the word honest. So you wouldn't pronounce it like honest. You would pronounce like honest. So because the H is silent, it sounds like it begins with the letter O. So if it begins with the letter O, then we would use an. So it would be, she is an honest person. This one was a really tricky problem. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.